Okay, welcome back, Vintage Gamers. Tonight we have the return of the donation deck list. Thanks to Senpai. We have a quite a brew here. I let go of my usual constraints in terms of donation deck lists, and we have a bit of an off the beaten path attempt here. We are going to try to play the card Moonmist, if anyone remembers that card from maybe original Innistrad. Transform all humans, prevent all combat damage that would be dealt this turn by creatures other than werewolves and wolves. But tonight, we are not going to be flipping humans into werewolves. We are going to be flipping humans into enchantments and spirits and Phyrexian wizards and demons. So we're going to flip a bunch of these cards that have been printed that are transform cards and are humans and are not actually the original Innistrad werewolves. So what we have here is we got Jacob. Jacob flips over into some kind of weird, it's like I was going to say it's like a Bolas' Citadel, but it's not really like a Bolas' Citadel. Basically, you exile a card every turn, or the cards you exiled with the looting ability on Jacob, and you can play one of them for free every turn. We also have the Rona from the newest set, a legendary looter that we can transform into a big Phyrexian trampler. And then we have Jaren, who is a kind of like just a human. Just a human. It's got some other text on it, but if we flip this one over, it's a trampling, lifelinking demon who can sacrifice other humans or other creatures, actually, any creature, to draw cards. We also this is a cool card that I added here, which is actually just gonna be like a generically strong creature that we probably won't really be trying to Moonmist. But we have a Malevolent Hermit who lets us counter non-creature spells unless the opponent plays 3, and we can also disturb and bring it back from the yard to make our spells, non-creature spells, I should say, uncounterable, which is fun. You can't play Jace Vryn's Prodigy in this deck because Jace Vryn's Prodigy, when it transforms, will transform into a Planeswalker with 0 counters. I did want to play Jace Vryn's Prodigy until I learned that that is not a combination. So I have stuck these 1 in a blue and 2 colorless and a black humans inside of a fast mana Tinker Shell. The reason we're doing this is 1, so that we can play Force of Will, 2, so that we can play these things ahead of curve, and 3, to try to make our deck playable. So yeah, not bad. I think it'll be fine. We've got basically your restricted blue cards and some restricted black cards and restricted artifacts. We do get a nice Cavern of Souls in this deck, which is really, really nice because these are all 2-drop humans. And this is a 3-drop human. So we can name human with our Cavern of Souls and extract value. I have added a variety of anti-Bazaar cards in our sideboard, as well as removal spells, anti-artifacts, anti-saga, anti-artifacts, and anti-combo. So, yeah. Remember, it has to be a human, and it has to be a transform card, and it can't be a planeswalker. So, the restrictions on this are quite, they're pretty restrictive. I did do, the old Scryfall search type line, human, text line, transform, and that's only, 83 cards or so. And for the most part, these cards are not the strongest cards that have been printed in Magic the Gathering. This is a cool one, Brutal Cathar, but it doesn't really gain a lot of value because it's when it transforms back is when it can do another exile. So I chose not to do that. Also, it's like a 20-ticket card on Magic Online. Daybreak Ranger is not too bad. What's the other one? Of course, Huntmaster of the Fells is not too bad. Okay. Okay. All right. Okay. Okay. All right, Eric. We got you. So there are some cards, but for the most part, I wanted to be playing blue cards and cards that were like in the realm of powerful, I would say. And I do think that these cards are not bad. Like this flipped enchantment here is actually fairly strong if you get enough turns with it. The flipped Rona is a pretty powerful attacker, and as is the flipped Jaren. Like, both of these cards are going to try to win the game over, a couple attacks. So it should be interesting. We'll see what we can do. Again, thank you to Senpai for this donation deck list. If you want to see your deck list played on this channel, there's a link. There's a Patreon. I'm down. Let's do it. If you'd like to see your deck played on this channel, check out the Patreon link in the description below, where you can find all the information you need to submit a donation deck list. Let's battle. Okay, here we go. Round 1 with Moonmist. We're up against Nash. Nash has been playing a lot of Agrovine. Can our deck beat Agrovine? Maybe. It probably doesn't have any ways to deal with a flip demon. Maybe a Caracas in the sideboard. This hand is like super good if opponent was not on Agrovine, but they could not be on Agrovine. So we should probably keep this hand. It's very generically powerful. Has fast mana, has force. So maybe they will not be on Agrovine. They are not on Agrovine. Sweet. So they're going to probably be on Jewel Shops, and we have double Force of Will. So I'm pretty happy about that. That's an interesting one. That is an interesting one. I'm pretty interested in countering top. I think it really will gimp their longevity in this game. I'm hoping we draw another blue card on this turn so I can play a Hermit and not... oh, man, they have a blue... Okay. All right. So I definitely can't play Hermit if I don't draw a blue card or a like Sapphire of my own. I think countering top here is pretty powerful play. Nice, we drew another blue card. I do think it makes more sense to get the Hermit in play than it does to start looting, because I don't think looting is really going to be the focal point in this game, whereas having the ability to counter a payoff spell from Jewel seems very good. Now, 3, they might not always be able to counter, might not always be able to pay. It kind of depends on what kind of man situation they have, what kind of cards they're casting. I'm just going to force this. And the reason is I used to not force this, but it actually turns on all of their Metamorphs. And I also can counter a PO or a Jewel with my Hermit. So I think this is fine. Obviously, we don't have very much going on now, but we at least have an attacker and a counter spell. And my opponent is at 1 card. The 1 card, obviously, that would really ruin this is if my opponent plays an Urza Saga. I don't really have a lot of ways in my deck to beat an Urza Saga. It's just not really how the deck is designed, so that could be problematic, of course. They did not have an Urza Saga as their last card. They did have an Ancient Tomb, which means they're close to being able to pay for a Hermit counter. We drew a Mystical Tutor. That'll be nice. It'll be an Ancestral Recall or a Tinker. Probably a Tinker. So basically, they are like, by not allowing a Metamorph by not allowing a Mightstone in play, it turns off the draws of Displacer Kitten and Metamorph. I found, like, my original assumption was always don't counter the Mightstone, but I've actually found that countering the Mightstone makes them have worse top decks. I'm going to get an Underground Sea, and I'm going to tutor for Tinker, and they do have enough mana to Force of Will me if they did draw Force of Will. I could theoretically not go for Tinker because I have this Hermit. They were paused on that for a while. It might be worthwhile to just not go for that, because if my opponent does have Force, I don't really have counterplay, and I'm also tapped out. So I think I'm just going to go Ancestral Recall. Okay. Do I gain anything by holding these cards? I don't think so. The one annoying thing here is that if I do have to use my Hermit, I will not be able to vamp. Well, I guess I can vamp on my upkeep, actually. So maybe it doesn't actually matter at all. We also have to recognize that if we counter something with a her... I mean, yeah, I guess so. Sure. And so if we counter something with a hermit, then we can actually disturb this and make our spells uncounterable. But yeah, my opponent top deck Time Vault, and they have 5 mana. So we've been beaten. That's quite unfortunate. I'm not really sure that it was bad from our side, but it is definitely unfortunate. So I'm gonna bring in Null Rods, Mindbreak Trap, and Dress Down. I have to bring in Dress Down, I think, because we're just so bad against constructs. Probably don't need as many Moon Mists, and then I really don't like Flusterstorm in this matchup very much. And then I kind of do like Mental Misstep. I know it's like a little bit, here, a little bit there, but no, I don't typically find Hercules to be super good against my opponent's deck. It's not bad, though. If we want to cut more cards, we can definitely play Hercules. I think we can just trim on some of this and play Hercules, though. Like, Looter and Malevolent Hermit are going to be good on their own. Well, the initial list actually asked for only 3 Moonmist, and I decided we'll just play all 4. So I think we're okay to trim some. You bet all of your points on a 5-0. That is certainly a play you could make. Yeah, I don't think there are very many cards my opponent could have top decked that would have been very good in that situation, but Time Vault was probably the best one, so. The Ancient Tomb was actually a little annoying. Even if my opponent didn't have an Ancient Tomb, they still had the 3 mana to pay for a Hermit, so. What is number 6? I don't even know. You went for 05? You chat, I can win. This hand does not contain a force, which I think makes it unacceptable to keep against Jewel. But we do have a Ponder. It's probably not good enough. We don't mulligan this hand. This one also doesn't have a forest, but it has Brainstorm Fetch, so. I'm sure this will fix everything, right? Oh no. Oh no, we're doomed. Well, it was a close fought match. Both teams tried their best. Damn. It's a rough way to lose. Oh, wait. Saga. It might be not a turn 1 kill. Oh, Saga go. Interesting. So I can mystical. Maybe I should have kept an extra land so I could just mystical for Tinker. I think the best play is just like Demonic Ancestral. Just keep the land on top, and then Demonic Ancestral. That play would not be good because we would not have mana, Raphael. I wouldn't like that play very much. I think I want to just keep the extra land. Definitely makes me consider that I maybe brainstormed incorrectly. All right, there's their Force of Will. Got rid of the Tinker out of their hand. That's one of the things that Jewel Shops has a problem with, is it doesn't have a lot of blue cards. So if you need to cast like a Force of Will, you usually have to pitch a powerful card. Uh-oh. Welcome, Doomwake viewers. You are in for a treat. We have a spicy donation deck list tonight featuring Moonmist in Vintage. So strap in. Monolith. I think I might go... Oh god, are we just gonna get PO'd? That wouldn't make sense. They wouldn't keep PO over Tinker, right? Oh. I see. Maybe they'll go for Lattice and we'll Hercules recall them. I feel like that's my... I guess they're not going to go for Lattice, right? They're going to make a construct. I feel like that's like my out. Like playing to that might be my out. Like, I'm not convinced Mysticaling for a Force is good here. They'll just make a construct and I'll be sad, right? They might still just make a construct and make me sad, but... Oh, maybe not. You're saying there's a chance. They went Coveted Jewel. That's bad. Yeah, whatever, man. We're so dead. This turn 1 Brainstorm just did not go the way we wanted. Losing game 1 was really bad for the home team. Got him. Not really, but we got him. Did that even stop them from like playing another Jewel here? Nope. All right. Give me out. All right, not the best. Okay, here we go. Rematch versus Nash. So we know our opponent's on Coveted Jewel. This hand is good. Keep. I have a Moxen in my hand, so I'm going to fire off the 1, 2, 3. I'm going to fire off the Ancestral on my turn here. Can't overdraw, and my opponent doesn't have any negations in their deck. Oh, okay. This is going really, really well. So we're going to try to flip a Jacob here. So we're going to Cavern and name Human. Let's get a Jacob going. And then if we can top deck a Bolus's Citadel, we have assembled some kind of Tinker. Yes, I know. I'm memeing. I am memeing. It is memings. Okay. 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 I mean, how do they do it? Jewel Shop players are unbeaten. Okay, so if I had 2 pieces of counter magic, I think I would consider letting this resolve and stealing it, because it doesn't have to deal damage. I just need to attack and not be blocked. However, I only have 1 piece of counter magic, so I think I am just going to counter it. I think they're asking for a lot if they force back here. They have to hit exactly something good, right? If they force back. Saga Gaming. Okay. Every turn 1 from Jewel is Lotus Jewel. Every time. Okay, so... All right, so basically what happens is we draw a card and exile a card face down, and then we cast Moonmist, and we flip our Jacob into this enchantment. And then... No, I don't think we're going to be able to cast this Jaren first. We're probably just going to cast it off of our enchantment. Unless we draw a Moxen off of this Jacob. I think I'm going to crack for the blue first, though. Or crack for the green first, though. Tropical Island. All right, so I tap my Jacob. I want to draw a Bolus' Citadel. I drew a Ponder. Okay, I'm going to put him under the thing and then hit no. I am going to cast this Ponder. I mean, I'm not going to be able to get another Force of Will, though. No matter what I do, I can't have a Force here, right? Unless I draw Time Walk or something. So I can also flip a Rona. It's kind of interesting, right? So we Time Walk, go to our next turn, draw a Rona, fetch, activate. Or no, we don't fetch. We just cast the other Rona. I kind of want to find like the other card. I mean, I definitely cast Time Walk. So the question here is, I know that I'm looting into another Rona, right? So I can fetch and get a brand new card, but I won't be able to play the Rona first. So I think I just activate pitch. Ooh. Play Moonmist. And then I guess it's better to cast Jacob than a Rona. No. Yeah? Oh, sorry, not Jacob. Jaren? No, now I'll just cast the other Rona. These are different names, so I can actually have a looter. And I'm going to hold this so I can loot it. All right, so I need my opponent to not kill me. But I did do the thing. Now, is the thing powerful enough? Okay, so they're going to -5 my Tolarian Obliterator. That's unfortunate. But we didn't die, so that's nice. All right, they're out of cards. They have huge Saga tokens coming, though. All right, so I get to exile my top card face down. Hopefully it's a Citadel. It is a Mox. Oh, that's a Tinker. Okay, I need to be right back, though. Okay, I'm back. Did chat figure out the best line? We have a lot of cool lines here. So what we're going to learn is, can our deck beat a Saga token, though? Because I'm not sure we will be able to beat a Saga token. So what I want to do is I want to fetch... Oh, God. If I fetch, I can't loot, right? So in that case, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I don't know if our deck can beat a Saga token in the main, to be honest. Well, I can always vamp for Citadel and cast it off of the Insight. But I do need to play and fetch to vamp. So what does this read? Sources controller exile a card from their hand at random, and so they won't even have any cards in their hand. Well, the problem is I'm gonna take a hit for like 1,000,000, so I'm not even sure this Citadel is good. I think I'm gonna loot with my Rona. All right, well, and I'm gonna cast this and untap my Rona. Also gives me a chump blocker. All right, I'm gonna go for a Citadel and no flip. And I am going to just like chump block and give it lifelink probably. Because what I'll do is I'll put the card on top and then I'll exile it with the Insight. And then we can cast Citadel for free. I can't loot into Tinker because I didn't have enough cards in my hand. Like I had to play this to make black mana. I think they're going to get top. You think they're going to get key? I guess it's possible. I don't know. I don't have any like infinite way to win the game is the problem though. Like I probably need to flip this Jaren and take an extra time walk or something. Yeah, they're going to get top. What did they top deck? They top deck Kitten? That's so good. We're just dead again, aren't we? We're just dead again. What are you talking about, Stream Team? I don't really understand. I'm going to put the Citadel on the top of my library so that I can get it for free with this Insight. At the beginning of my upkeep, exile the top card of my library face down. I'm just going to give this lifelink. My opponent didn't draw and cast a spell, so we do have a turn here. I just don't know how we're going to win, really. Oh, no, they are still going to do that. Pain. Oh, no, they have a Saga. Okay. I mean, we still can't beat this many Saga tokens, though. Our deck just doesn't beat magic cards, is a kind of an issue. All right. So I vamp. And then I put a Bolus of Citadel on the top of my library. And then on my upkeep, I mill the Bolus, or I exile the Bolus of Citadel to Insight. And then I draw. And then I cast Bolus of Citadel without paying mana cost. Oh, it's a legendary. So I guess I should loot with my thing. That's cool. I've never untapped a Rona because I cast a Bolus of Citadel before. Yeah, so we try to make a big board and then time walk with Yogwill. That's kind of all we got. And then maybe we can get enough damage in to, like, Citadel sack them. All right, well, that is immediately not what we want to see on the top of our library. I don't think I want to loot. Maybe I can just loot. The problem is Moonmist fogs my creatures for a turn as well, because they're not going to be werewolves. So I don't even think that's going to do it. No, we have a Yogwill. I just don't think that's enough. Like, if we had a Dress Down in our deck, or some removal, or something. The whole idea was to not let them have things in play, but we didn't really get there. Maybe I should have put Vault Key in my deck. It's definitely possible. There's our Yogwill. Maybe they'll just concede. What else can we flip? We can't really flip anything else, right? These are our two creatures that we need to attack with. So, well, I guess I can Moonmist to prevent damage on there. The problem is I'm going to get murdered by this Displacer Kit, and if I don't, even if I do flip. I think I just have to do this, though. I just don't know what the path to victory is here, realistically. Maybe there's a Fogs and then an attack with this thing. Like, I can't even attack with this one, right? So I don't really know what I'm trying to do exactly. Maybe I should have gone wide here. I can... Maybe I needed to do double Citadel activation. I just don't need more spells. Spells has never been the problem here. The problem is I don't have enough ways in my deck to deal damage. I just don't have any, like, variety in things that I can get. Like, we ended up here with a pretty good setup. I Moonmist it on this turn, right? So this is not going to actually deal any damage, I assume. I don't see, like, a Moonmist effect. Yeah, okay, I didn't deal any damage. Like, there's nothing I can put on the top of my library that's actually good. Like, I just don't have other cards, right? We're in game 1, right? I just don't have other cards. So, what does this say? Once during each of my turns. So I don't want to exile, like, a Moonmist or anything underneath it. So what I needed to do is make an attack where... Wait, is my attack good enough here? Did I make enough things? Where if I block here, and they block here, and they block here, and then I deal 10 damage, and then I attack and win. So now I think I actually have lethal. That's kind of nuts, right? I actually have lethal here because I have just enough attackers. I should be able to get enough permanents after. Wow, I think that was just enough. That's wild. Oh, my humans die, I get more things too. That's cool. Wow. Okay, so we won a game. That's nice. All right, so we're gonna bring in the No Rod and the Mindbreak Trap and the Hercles and the Dress Down, so we have ways to beat Construct tokens. God bless. And then I'm gonna take out 2 Moonmists, 1 Jacob, 1 Jaren, and a Fluster Storms. So maybe I'll leave in this thing because it attacks. Sure. Perfect. I mean, we really did do the thing in that game. We Moonmist, flipped our Jacob, and then vamped for a free Citadel. So, based and good. I do wish I had, like, I don't know, something in my deck, like a repeal. If I had a repeal in my deck, I feel like I would feel so much better. This is the kind of hand I keep and then get killed on turn 1 fight because I kept it. We did the thing. Come on, just play Soul Ring. Oh. Good lord. They average 4 mocks in a hand. All right, well, that's just a divination, so. Your go. We did beat the other hand, though, so. Who's the real winner now? Karn. Yeah, you got another Karn. Okay. Oh, no. We're just getting latticed off of Workshop here? Wow. Okay. I mean, they only have, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 mana on turn 2. It's fine. Everything's fine. Totally fine. All right, cool. Game 3. How dare I keep an ancestral hand? What an idiot I was. We did do the thing. We got at least one thing done, which is nice. All right. Our opponent, they'll never know what hit him if we just null rot him, right? So it'll be fine. I think we have a chance. We're on the play now. I mean, we beat turn 1 9 mana in game 1, so we can do it again. I mean, the way they're drawing Moxen right now, Null Rod's going to be very powerful against them. This is the kind of hand I'll keep and then get abused by an Urza Saga. It's gotta be a mull. It's unfortunate, really. It's almost exactly what we were looking for. My camera is frozen. Huh. You're right. I think the last time this happened, I had to reset it. That didn't do nothing. Hmm. Oh, that's weird. All right, well, I'm gonna figure that out after because I have no idea how to fix that then. I'm gonna mulligan. Okay. This hand is like very similar to the last hand, but that's gonna be a keep. Yeah, I don't know. I like reset the camera and reset the thing. We'll try to fix it after. I'll just hide for now. I'm hidden. You can't see me. All right. I do need to draw a mana source, but I feel pretty confident in this game if I do draw one. Like a land is even better. Because then I can actually be able to play dress down. All right, come on, land off the top. That's a Moonmist. Notably, Moonmist, not a land. Damn. I mean, I can't mulligan this hand. It has the best two. Oh, they missed on their land drop too. Okay. Land drop, land drop, land drops. Any land drops? No. Okay. Uh-huh. Mm-hmm. Yeah, mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm gonna let that one go. Maybe I shouldn't. Maybe I should just counter it. Because this can draw them Saga. Yeah, Justin, you're an idiot. I was thinking it's just another artifact mana, but they do have an active Saga. Land that makes Saga... I don't know, man. I'm just not lucky enough. What can I say? I was gonna say, land makes Saga, like, not really matter because I have Dress Down, though, so... It's kind of unfortunate. Another Karn? They've had, like, 3 Karns in 4 games, huh? Oh, we played 5 games. Yeah, but they almost certainly have a Force now as well. Yeah, I should definitely have countered the Might Stone. That was pretty bad. I still think we're okay in this game if I do draw a land here. Come on, Brainstorm. I drew the land, but at what cost? Doesn't feel like this will be fast enough now. Because we're going to have to dress down before we null rod, and then maybe we can get it off a null rod. 3, 6, 7, 12. No, I have to dress down before I null rod. They're going to get a Sensei's Top, find a piece of action on this turn. It's just dead. It's just not happening. We needed to draw a land in any of our first 4 draw steps. We just didn't get there. I was hoping that they would spin and I get to be able to catch them, but this is not even good enough. Oh, they just know they have a force on top? Okay, all right, cool. Yeah, that's unfortunate. I feel like we had a really good shot there, but it just didn't work out. Okay, let's try this again. We did do our thing once, so that's good. Maybe we can do the thing again. This hand looks fine. Keep. Just gonna go. Well, I guess if they're mono white, we would rather play Misty. I guess the answer is Misty. So we'll go Misty Pass, see what they do. Mystical for Ancestral, maybe. It's gotta be Mystical for Ancestral. I guess it theoretically could be Mystical for Tinker, and then just play Rona, which gives us a lot of looks for a Mox, but probably not a good play. Okay. All right, let's see what happens. I guess our hand could be playable against a blue deck, and if they're playing a Bizarre deck, we would die. Nope, no shot. I don't know what you're playing, but I'm not letting you have a Soul Ring. It's mine. Okay. Well, I have regrets. I absolutely do have regrets here. Yeah, I can't even get like a Force of Will, because if I get a Force of Will, then I don't have a blue card. I'm just gonna get an Ancestral and cast it. Well, I got the Tinker out of their hand, which I couldn't beat, so I consider this to be a win. I have no idea. Never been. Don't know anything about Ohio Magic tournaments. Okay. Yeah, I mean, they would be able to Tinker Citadel and killed me, so I consider our thing that happened to win. Well, I mean, you can always go to the thing and check out the flyer. I don't know. Interesting. Okay. I have a Rona now. I don't really think my hand is really up to par here, but it's nice that they can't tinker us. The problem is everything else is going to kill us, so don't really know. Okay, you got me. I have just been getting murdered by Vault Key players, huh? It's just too much. Okay, try again. Do we have those? I mean, I cast Ancestral. They countered it. Unfortunately, this hand is a little bit light on action. Okay, well, this is Tinker Life, right? This sure looks like Tinker Life to me. Oh, I put back I needed that land. Well, I done goofed. I needed the land and to like get rid of the brainstorm so that I could vamp for Tinker and then play land Tinker. It's fine. Everything is fine. How do I fix this? I don't really. Gotta play some natural game of Magic now. Draw another land, maybe. Worse. So if I brainstorm and find a fet, or yeah, let's cast brainstorm. Okay, and then I put away Rona negation, and then Jet vamp for Tinker, and then hope it's good. Yeah, that's the feels here. You're just passing with everything up. That can't be good for me. Does that mean I'm gonna get like Hull Reach or something? I don't know. Like, I'm supposed to tinker, right? We're here to tinker. Tinker time. I guess I can start with a time walk. What does that gain me? What can I draw off time walk that actually helps me here? A land lets me play around Flusterstorm. All right, expertly navigated. Does my tinker resolve? No. Spell Pierce. Played around that one. Let's go, Justin. So smart. Two Spell Pierces? No, there's three Spell Pierces? Oh, no, that's a cycle. That's a cycle. That's a cycle. That's a cycle. All right, it's fine. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. It's a resolvers. We got resolvers. Any resolvers? Ooh, all right. Bolus of Citadel. Moonmist. All right, cast Moonmist. Cast Malevolent Hermit. Do I want to cast Dress Down? Yes. Cast Stress Down. No, I want to cast that one. No, 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 no. That's the one I was looking for. All right, well, okay, that's pretty good one. Oh, okay, hold on. Everything's fine. Everything's fine. Everything's fine. All right, so if I put a Yogg Will on top, I go to 9. Yogg Will go to 6. I can't cast Time Walk though. I cast Mystical for I don't know, just Ancestral. Fuck it. I could go Mystical Demonic for an extra Moxen and get a Null Rod going. When the dress downs go away, I'll have a Malevolent Hermit and a blue source. Don't you just Yogg Will win? Spells in my graveyard cost mana. So no. Just gonna get an Ancestral. Try to get a Force here. And some extra stuff. Okay. Oh, Moonmist. So non-creature spells you control can't be countered. Huh. I think the answer here is just cast Null Rod. Well, I didn't know I had a Moonmist underneath. I was just casting my spells. I don't think I can die with a Null Rod in play, so I'm just gonna Null Rod. And I can play a Rona before I Moonmist or something. Yeah, but I don't think I wanted to cast it at all. Actually, second Null Rod seems kind of good. Let's just attack. I think there's actually like a lot of power in just leaving these things unflipped because I can counter their spells. I don't really need my spells to be uncounterable at this point in the game. Do I want a Force? I don't even think I care about a Force. I think like one should be good enough. I feel like what kills me from this spot. They're gonna see the Moonmist in my hand. You got it. Soul Guide Lantern. Sure. Well, my opponent is playing like a Grixis Tinker deck, so they do get to get Time Walk with that. Unfortunately, I can't Moonmist to pump my team, as it will fog my team. Um, I do want a Moonmist on their turn to get lethal. I'm just going to attack for 4 and leave open. Oh, I guess I can't get this force no matter what. All right, so I'm going to play this Misty and pass. This leaves me with Moonmist and double counter, which I think is the best we can do here. I guess there's no reason not to attack then. I should have attacked. Well, the problem with Moon Misting is my opponent could have like Lightning Bolt, right? Oh, shit. Okay, well, they're tapped out at least, so that's fine. This is also going to be a lethal attack anyways, right? It's going to be 9. No, it's going to be 1 short. So my missed attack is going to kill me. My missed attack, not kill me, but my missed attack is going to make things bad for me because this is going to be 9 in the air. Oh, they're going to counter it. Okay, never mind. I guess I'll just fetch. Well, I might as well get rid of this force. Oh no, I don't draw it anyways. So I guess we just fetch. Okay, whatever, cool. Yeah, you get a. I mean, this stopped me from looting, but it doesn't really matter because my hand is. I don't have the life total to force my Moonmist. Could have countered with Hermit. Hermit counters a non-creature spell. Oh, I could have countered the force with Hermit. Would that have been better? Maybe. Not convinced it is better though. Well, I guess there's like some problems here with my life total. Weird. Wow. Okay. I did not play this very well, if I had to guess. I don't know. This whole game, I've like been pretty torn between like having the ability to hermit something. It looks like they don't have Bolt in their deck though, the way they've been playing. All right. I don't think I played that very well, if I had to guess. I think there were just some real mistakes in there, but the good news is we null rotted and killed him with 2 1s, so small victories. Null rod just seems so strong right now. Okay, what do we got? What do we got? What do we got? We've got a reasonable hand here for sure. I feel like I probably went too hard off the top of my library, putting myself in a precarious life total situation where if I had just kept up some Malevolent Hermits and had 1 Null Rod, it probably would have been good enough. All right, we got a passer. Now, Moxen lets me do hermit things. Oh, this looks like an upkeep ancestral. Did not have the mental misstep this time. Did draw my own ancestral. I don't want to get negated again. That was kind of a bad situation. I think I'm gonna look for an opportunity to Ancestral with Mind Break Trap back up. They did just resolve an Ancestral, so they're more likely to have Mox in here. It'll up their Storm count. I don't really have a lot of like great mystical targets left. I have Force. I mean, I feel like going for Force here makes sense. I've only cast one spell. I get Force, I untap, and I... maybe this was terrible play. What if I just get Flusterstorm, and then I go Seago? And I continue with my Flusterstorm trap Ancestral Lines. It's a little telegraphed, but definitely has merit. I'm just going to pass again. Well, if I can get another Moxen, I can get the Hermit down and still hold open all of my things. Even just a land is not enough exactly, but it's pretty close. I guess I should be playing around Hull Breacher, though. This makes things very difficult. I'm trying to... Didn't I not explain it? I'm trying to set up a turn where I have the ability to protect my Ancestral Recall and counter their spells using Flusterstorm and Mindbreak Trap. The problem is Hull Breacher. Hull Breacher is the problem with this idea. The biggest problem with this idea is definitely Hull Breacher. All right, I'm going to just play this Null Rod. It will continue to allow me to do the Ancestral Flusterstorm thing, and it's a really high priority target for them to... But I guess I won't be able to Flusterstorm Ancestral. I keep getting Spell Pierced. Yeah. I guess that is what it is. I feel like I played this game badly, though. I really didn't expect my opponent to have no Moxen and go play Draw-Go with me. I just didn't feel like what was going to happen based on their Ancestral, but... I mean, I have to Flusterstorm this, right? Like, it's just too high value not to. If they get like a Saga off this, it's so bad. Academy, no artifact, go. Okay. Rona. All right, I'm just going to deploy this Hermit. That at least gives me 2 pieces of counter magic. It's a Pyroblast on my Hermit. Yeah. Blue, red, breach? I don't want to play recall on my turn when they've shown us multiple negations, right? So they have the ability to play Ancestral and Pierce, and then I could trap the stack. man. Yeah, I mean, that's my line, I think. My line is they cast Ancestral, I cast Ancestral, they pierce, and I trap the stack. Oh, wait, they don't have enough for pierce. It's still fine. Oh, they had force the whole time. Nice. They had negation the whole time, too. I feel like I played this game pretty well. Now I feel like I maybe there was a couple of missequencings, but like this is so good for me. The way I held this Ancestral until we could play with Trap is just exactly what we were looking to do. So I get their Ancestral, it's exiled. I got their Force of Will and their negation, and I resolve my own Ancestral, and I now have another Force, and I untap and I tinker with Force back up. I mean, that's just like textbook vintage counter war. Super, super good for us. All right. I feel like we outmaneuvered that really, really well. That is like one of the best applications of Mindbreak Trap you can have in the format. When you can, like, Mindbreak Trap obviously is nice when your opponent like, goes turn 0, kill you, but it's also really nice if you can set up some kind of value, ancestral bait, counter war kind of thing. So that felt good. We got W. Okay, here we are against the Zoomer. We got Frowning Table across the table. Frowning Table across the table, yeah. They're probably on Bazaar, which means our deck is just going to struggle miserably. This hand wouldn't be good against any deck anyways, so... I at least see like some kind of path forward here, so let's try this. Yeah, we're doomed. Man, Bazaar is so brutal for any deck trying to play low power Magic. Oh, it's Dredge? I might just concede. Two Dredgers, Prized Amalgam, Grief. They take my Mystical Tutor. I draw Pro. Even if we tinker Citadel, is it going to win? The answer is no, right? It's just not. I guess maybe if we flip a Jacob, if we flip a Jaren into a demon. I guess there's also some amount of value in flipping a Rona. All right, let's try it. We still have to hit, right? Like, things are still really bad. Even getting to that scenario where we don't know if we win or not. All right, Mystical was taken. This makes sense. Draw, Delta, Probe, Narcomoeba. I drew Citadel. So we need to draw Black Lotus. Mana Crypt. Jacob. I mean, we don't have enough time. We don't have enough time, I think. Even if we take both of these... Well... If we crack a fetch, take both of them, play both of them, and then we find a Moonmist, put a Citadel in play, it's just going to take too long, right? Like, my opponent's killing me on turn, what, 3 here? Yeah, all right, it's doomed. Okay, I mean, it's Dredge. They don't play Magic. We do have a decent sideboard for Dredge. We have a nice 8-card sideboard, which is pretty good. So negation is bad, misstep is bad, probe is bad. I guess we do have fogs in our deck, which we should be able to keep account of. 3 mystical. Mystical still gets Tinker. So 1 Jacob. I think actually Jaren seems fine because if we flip it, it's okay. Hermits actually aren't actually that good in this matchup. Let's just trim a little bit off the top of the combo stuff. Let's try that. So our main goal post board is going to be mulligan to a hand that has Leyline and then try to tinker Sphinx. Okay. I have a Leyline, but I have no mana. But I have a Force and a Fluster. It's probably a keep. It has some problems with like multiple interaction, multiple hollow one hands, but they kept 7. See what happens. Okay, 3 exiled. An island is like my best friend right here. Just let me play a Flusterstorm. All right, no island. They are, you know, finding cards, so this can't go on forever. Especially because if they hit a hollow one, am I countering hollow one? It's definitely a consideration. All right, hit the island. Am I allowed to play Soul Ring? I think the answer is yes because I have Force. I'm gonna play around a possible Wasteland. And I'm gonna hold Soul Guide. Am I getting mental misstep? No. I'm gonna hold Soul Guide. Well, if I'm planning to never let this Leyline die, well, playing Soul Guide does walk into Mindbreak Trap for an end of turn Vigor. I'm gonna hold it. I'm gonna hold it. I'm gonna hold it. Okay. So now I actually can force a hollow one if I want, though I might not need to, considering I have some things in my hand. The problem is I won't be able to deploy things if I'm holding up in Flusterstorm. I typically don't recommend keeping Leyline only hands against Dredge, but this one seemed to line up okay with being on the play and having a force. So I think I'm going to force this pitching Jacob. Which is a bit aggressive, but I also am not confident in my ability to beat a hollow one from this point. If I hit another land, it's great because I can get the Rona going. So I think the answer is just cycle a Soul Guide Lantern. I'm never going to tap out of this island Flusterstorm. All right. Yeah, this is why I did not take an Underground Sea. I did successfully play around Wasteland. Still, I'm not sure if we are favored from this spot. Brainstorm. That's at least something I can do on their turn. Maybe I'm supposed to do that on their... Well, I want to... Oh, I guess I can get griefed, huh? Oh no! They drew the strip mine. All right, well, things are bad. Oh, we're actually just dead. Yeah, okay. I mean, that feels like the most unlucky series of draws possible. How can that have gone worse? I have 15 lands in my deck. I don't know, man. It's pretty bad though. I can't even. I guess I could theoretically brainstorm it back into my deck. I guess I'll just discard a Hermit for value. Yeah. I mean, my opponent must have drawn not amazing either, but still probably not going to be good enough. I guess we do have options like draw Black Lotus, Yogwill, Black Lotus, Soul Guide. They just got rid of a Grief. That's not a good sign. Holy... This is ridiculous. How many cards deep am I? I'm 18 cards deep, and I've had just the fetch land for an island. No Moxen, no nothing. They've also found no Vigors. Here's the Vigor. All right. They have 28 cards left in their deck. I miss... I mean... Yeah, I guess. Sure. I don't know. This just feels like the really bad end of variance. They hit the hollow one and a dredger. All right. I found an underground sea. Mana Crypt Sapphire. Yeah. The problem with this is if they wasteland me. They don't wasteland me, then we do get to do the Yogwill. They hit double Creeping Chill. They have no cards in hand, so it's all about if they choose to wasteland me or play around Tabernacle. They hit triple Creeping Chill. I'm at 9. So will they respect Tabernacle here, or that's the question? We could have easily been sandbagging it the whole time. It's a hard question for them to answer. But if they choose to not wasteland me, I have a really broken Yogwill, right? And if they do wasteland me, all I have is Rona chump block. Or maybe like Return Spirit chump block, and then Mana Crypt flips. And they still probably have Icarids in their 11 cards. I mean, they're deep debate on this one. I have to keep my Ponder that had Sapphire Mana Crypt, so I don't really have a choice. Looks like they chose not to, so that ends up being the best option for us because we can now... Do I have enough to do everything? Well, actually, is that even good? So if I DT for Lotus, can I go Brainstorm DT Tinker? I guess that's I don't know. I don't know if I want to do the math. I'm just gonna try it and see what happens. Because I do have to beat my own mana crypt. DT, Lotus, Lotus, Black, Yogwill, Lotus. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Brainstorm is 6. DT. I should have enough to brainstorm, DT, Tinker, Soul Guide. Soul Ring. Oh no. Do I have enough colored mana to do this? Yes, because this is just gonna be blue. And I hit a jet. DT, Tinker, Sphinx, Soul Guide. Okay. Vintage. So if my opponent had Wasteland me, they didn't know it, but they would have won. But they didn't. I understand why they didn't. They were worried about the Tabernacle. All right, we get to play a third game. I was not very hopeful of our prospects in that game, so feels a little lucky. We'll take it. All right, 7 cards in exile. My opponent mulligan their first hand. I have turn 1 Jaren, but not much else. So I'm thinking we mulligan, get the Sphinx out of our opening hand, find a ley line. Did not find a ley line. They powdered their 6 and mulled the 5. I'm just going to keep going. I want something. And I don't think on the draw, Ancestral, no fast mana is it. This hand has 2 Moonmists. My opponent has mulligan to 4. Am I also going to 4? This hand does have Demonic. Put back 2 Moonmists. Demonic. If they grief me and take Demonic, how much agency do I have? Yeah, I think with my opponent on 4, I'm going to keep this 5. I also have like Tabernacle. I have Demonic for Needle, Demonic for Soul Guide, Demonic for Tabernacle. So I think it's worth it. My opponent is on a mold of 3 now. Yeah, this is fine. Okay. This is their 3-card hand. We've got a Bazaar, activation down to 1 card, and no Dredger. Hollow 1, no Dredger. Okay, so now the question becomes, what is my best play? Tinker. Sweet. Thanks for deciding that for me, deck. You're a good person. Swings of Steel win. Sensei top, go. My deck's always looking out for me. You got to appreciate it. I would rather look 1 deeper. So draw, spin, nothing. Whoa, man. That is a Yogwill. Yeah. Yogwill will do it. Yogwill will be like, some kind of piece of graveyard hate. Probably Soul Guide. They did just get a bunch of jump blockers. I don't have any more Tinker targets, right? Oh, I guess I could Tinker. Huh. My mana situation is actually like a little awkward on this Yogwill. Where I don't have a Citadel in my deck anymore. I guess I could just Tinker my Mana Crypt into a Soul Guide Lantern. And then... Well, I think Soul Guide Lantern is better than Needle right here. I'm just trying to figure out what's my best line. I think it's that. I guess I should spin first. So if I Tinker, I have 5 mana. I go down to 1 mana. No, let's do that after. Tinker, Soul Guide. I'm probably just going to wipe the whole thing. But if in case I don't choose to wipe the whole thing, I can just take the Icarid. And then I can spin and look for Needle or Jet. Yeah. I mean, Bazaar makes it so we don't play Magic. I don't know what you expected. We are now 2-2 with our Moonmist vintage deck. Can we go 3-2 money back? On the play. That's a keeper, I think. It's a very rough keeper, but it's a keeper. I am going to hold open Flusterstorm. It's a little on the safe side, but feels right. Have both our basic islands so that we can't vamp. Oh, God. Oh, it's another Jewel Shops player. Well, we don't have a Force of Will in our hand, so I assume we lose. My opponent has a solid 7 mana turn 1. The good news is we can top and spin. Oh, that's a force. Okay, hello. Okay, the game continues. The game continues. Okay. I'm still... The biggest problem here is even if we live to the next turn, counter all their stuff, our Tinker Citadel is so bad that I'm not sure it's good enough to win like last time. So we'll see. Jacob Hadolkin. Oh no, we can't beat a Saga token in our deck. It's okay, it's okay. We won the last time this happened, right? It's fine. Everything is fine. Jewel. No. Jeez, turn 2 with Saga and Force backup? Opponent's eating good. I mean, it must be fun for new vintage players. They get to play this Jewel deck and just murder everyone. All right, we need to draw a piece of mana blindly here. Nice. That is technically a piece of mana. All right, I am going to resolve the Citadel, and God, I hope it does something good for us. I am not confident. That's a Moonmist. Yeah, not ideal. I'll take 2. No, this is the opposite order. All right, here's the Jacob. Okay, Sapphire, not bad. All right, here's Rona. Okay. Yeah, I gotta read Jacob. I understand. Here's Rona. All right, we're bricked off now. If my opponent hits land second Jewel, things could be bad. I wish we had like another crazy payoff for our Jacob, right? Like we're once again in the spot where I'm still not sure we're beating a single Urza Saga token because our creatures are so bad. At least we have Vamp for Time Walk. So if we can like draw another Moonmist, Vamp for Time Walk, and then try to find Yogwill. No, I built the deck in game 1. It does not beat a single Urza Saga token. It just doesn't beat we very rare. It takes a lot of effort for us to beat a construct token. I wanted to fit a dress down in the main, but I just didn't really find room because maybe because I'm playing 4 Moonmist. I don't know. We just Moonmist them. Easy. Yeah, we Moonmist and flip, and then we Moonmist and fog them. Perfect. Yeah, the time we did win, we got 10 permanents and then hit them for 10. Okay, all right, it's a passer. Yes. Okay, all right. I have faith. All right. So I can actually just normally flip my Jacob if I wanted to. I also have loots available. I think the best play, though, is... Man, if I play this Tropical off the top, I can't play the stupid Vamp, huh? So maybe the best play to start is just to loot. All right, let's start by looting. This, okay, yes, good. All right, so now we can play Black Lotus. All right, I think we're good now. I think we're cooking. All right, Malevolent Hermit. Do I want... I can't really cast Moonmist and activate Jacob, so I'm not going to really get enough value on the Jacob, but I'll flip these 2 units. I could also just hide the Moonmist under Jacob, pay for the Jacob flip, and that way I can still... I'm trying to find a Jaren before I cast this Moonmist, if I can possibly do that. But then I can't Vamp and Moonmist in the same turn. No, I can. So I can play this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5/6 and put the Moonmist under the Jacob. That's using 6 mana for kind of an odd purpose. But that's probably just worse. Let's just cast Moonmist. Oh, wait. This will be fine. So now we activate our Jacob after we cast Moonmist, and we put the Vamp underneath. Which we're going to have to use because we have a Force on top. That's probably fine, though. All right, so we flipped everything. This is not untapped. We're going to Time Walk anyways, right? So, Vamp. This has to be Time Walk. We're running out of life points. Time Walk. We bricked off here. And then, oh no, this is still a land drop for turn. Okay, cool. Now we have nothing here. All right. So I'll play another Jacob. It is a legendary enchantment, which is not great, but I can just draw a card if I need to. I do think I'm actually going to do that so I can put the Force in my hand and the Academy under the Insight. Okay. I'm still going to do that. Oh, but I can't play this Academy because it's a different Jacob, right? Oh, that's unfortunate. Then I'll just put this Force under it. And then I'll put this Force under this. Oh, wait, that means I just lost both my Forces. Probably not ideal. I drew another land. Okay, Demonic Yogwill is probably gonna do it. Jacob's sweet. It lets you play spells for free. I've already used a flipped Jacob to play a free Citadel tonight. That was pretty sweet. So I'm going to get a Yogwill. I'm going to go to 2. No, I found the Jaren. That's what I was looking for this whole time. I guess I can still do it. So let's attack first so I can Moonmist after. Because I don't want to fog my own creatures here. I guess I probably have enough creatures where it doesn't matter. Oh, you're right. Jaren does hurt me. Maybe I can't Jaren. I have enough creatures that I mean, I just have enough Bolus's Citadel on its own, right? Doesn't even matter. Yeah, I mean, this is... Well, I guess they can block next turn. All right, they're off it. I think what we would do is try to get 10 things to just Citadel. So we probably would still end up Jarening. All right, we were able to win with a Citadel in play, which is... The fact that it's hard for us to win with a Citadel in play is not a shining recommendation. But it's okay. We have Null Rods in the board. Opponent's deck can't beat a Null Rod, really. We have Mindbreak Trap, Dress Down, and Hercules. What we do is we trim our Moonmist. We're playing this matchup for, what, the 3rd time now? Moonmist, Flusterstorm, 1... Maybe we don't take out 1 Jaren. Maybe Flusterstorm is good. I just don't know if Flusterstorm is good against Jewel. I kind of think it's bad. But then you have weird situations where it's good. It's so weird. Let's just do this. All right. Man, if we can 3-2 with this deck, I'll be pretty happy. This hand has a Force of Will, so you have to keep it. Yep, Workshop 7 Carter. See what happens to us. Time Vault, yep. Press down. All right, I assume a Saga's coming after this Time Vault. No Saga, but they do have Workshop Jewel. And Force backup? Holy heck, my opponents are so good. My opponent has like 18 blue cards in their deck. Tops. Pretty impressive. Mishra's Workshop, not the most fair Magic card. Yeah. It does happen. Oh, come on. If I just can resolve the Null Rod, the game is over. It's okay. It's fine. On the play now. Just needed one turn. All right, try again. What do I got? I've got double Jaren. That's no good. Try again. I've got Force, a Moonmist, a Jaren, and a Null Rod. Why? I mean, pretty sure this is a keep. I just have to hope they don't kill me on turn 1, and then I'll draw a blue card on turn 2. They did keep another 7-card hand, though. My opponent's deck is supposed to mulligan a lot to get keepable hands, but it hasn't been happening. I'm a little jealous. Pearl. Opal. Mindbreak Trap. Sheesh. Academy's very good against our Null Rod. One of their best cards against Null Rod. What is this? Metamorph as a Pearl. Okay. All right. Well, can we please draw a blue Magic the Gathering card off the top of our library? I shouldn't have fetched. I shouldn't have fetched. I should not have shuffled the Moonmist back into my deck. I should not have fetched. I should not have fetched. I should not have fetched. The Null Rod resolved, but they have an Academy, which makes this quite challenging. Are there any good vintage decks that don't play Power 9? Yeah, any deck with Bazaar Baghdad. Not any deck with Bazaar Baghdad. 2 of the 3 Bazaar Baghdad decks. My opponent's just gonna, like, play a Jewel anyways. And just go off with Kitten. Blue card, please? Thank you. It's okay. It's okay. It's okay. We're fine. We're fine. We have a Null Rod in play. We're about to play a Jaren, which is just completely busted once we Moonmist it. Think about the value. Everything is fine. Everything is fine. No problem. I think we're winning this game. Current board situation makes me feel like we have the upper hand. I believe it's possible. Think about how good this card is. Maybe don't do that. Maybe hold on. Scratch. Don't actually, under any circumstance, think about how good that card that is. Instead, think about how this is a mythic rare, and this is not a mythic rare. See? Okay, all right. 4 blue mana, Metamorph. Are you also going to make a Jaren? If they make a Jaren and we Moonmist, their Metamorph dies, right? I believe that is the case. I believe they have no backside, but they have to transform. Oh, it just doesn't transform? It just stays as... Oh, God, they're going to blink the Jaren. Uh-oh. Oh, it changes, so it copies the backside? I no longer know if we're winning this game. Because if I flip this, I might just have to Hercules them before this happens. Because if I flip this and they have a backside, then they can sack all these humans and draw cards. I thought that cloned don't have backsides. Was my assumption. But it's not a token. I don't know, man. They almost no, if we fuck around and find out, that means they are going to outdraw us. I guess they can just blink this thing at any point anyways. I guess it doesn't actually help us because they're going to be able to blink it and turn it into a demon anyways. I might have had to force the thing. All right, I'm going to flip it now because I want to be able to draw a card. I can't get in on this turn, but it's fine. All right, let's find out what happens, chat. All right, theirs did not flip. Mine did flip. But they also have a Displacer Kitten still, so I am going to sack this human to draw a card. I drew another Moonmist. Okay. I do think we're still... I guess at any point I could Hercules, but... I still think that if they just flicker this Metamorph and it becomes a Amundel, that's still bad for me. Okay. Yeah, I mean, it is still, in fact, bad for me. This stupid Tolarian Academy ruining my Null Rod plan. My opponent's deck's not supposed to be able to function underneath a Null Rod. This is the only card in their deck. Wait, they're not going to sack creatures? Really? That's good. They didn't read all the text on the card. Oh, it can't sacrifice because it's a Null Rodded. Oh my god, I didn't think about that. Brilliant. Brilliant. True. True. All right. So are we winning? I guess. If I had drawn a blue card, I think I would have Hercules them. But now I think I'm just going to trade. I guess I could always Moonmist and just Fog. If they draw a Saga, it's kind of bad for us because they actively have the Academy. Man, if we draw like a Jacob and flip the Jacob, that could be pretty good value too. I feel like the answer is we just have to trade, but the 2 human tokens might kill us too. We're playing Coveted Jewel that we top decked. Yeah, I have to counter it because of Displacer Kitten, right? It's quite unfortunate. We didn't make it to 5 mana either, so we lose our Hercules recall. There's really no way around this, because even if I let it resolve, they draw 3 cards, any spell they play is another 3 cards. Like, there's no possibility of me, like, bouncing their things at end of turn. That doesn't even help because it's an artifact anyway. Okay, yeah. So, all right, we held the force for this, so... I mean, their top decks are super good because of Academy. I can't really do anything about it either. All right, I think my best draw is Tinker, obviously. But my next best draw might be Jacob. I mean, Jacob might not even be good enough either if they just like top deck another Jewel. We did draw the Jacob. All right. So the reason to flip now. There's no reason to flip now. No, there's no reason to flip. I should flip on their turn because I don't want to get forced. No, this transforms all humans. Okay, so on their upkeep, I'm going to Moonmist and turn myself into Jacob's Insight here, which means every turn I'm going to get an extra card that I can play for free. I just need my opponent not to top deck something amazing on this turn. All right. That is not amazing, but it is good. All right, now I just need to have my top card be Bolas's Citadel. I mean, if it was Mightstone or Jewel, we lost on the spot, right? So I think we can be happy it was Saga. And we're getting an extra card. What's our extra card? It's a Mox. Not great, but better than drawing a Mox. Yeah, fair enough, I guess. All right. I mean, things are bad. Our opponent top decks. I mean, we both top deck pretty well. We did top deck Jacob Moonmist, so. Yeah, I mean, we have a bunch of power. We have multiple top deck tutors. We have Time Walk, Demonic, Ancestral, Tinker, Dress Down is pretty good. We've got a lot of good cards that we can draw. I think this is a trade. Might not be if we can do like Time Walk Demonic things. I think we actually take this. They hit something. What'd they draw? No, we're not. They did not draw a Jewel. No, they drew Mightstone. Jewel is such an unbeatable deck, huh? Damn. They top deck Jewel into Mightstone. Any spell they draw is a draw 2 now. My opponent just top decked better than us. What can we say? I guess we should have traded. I don't think trading matters. Like, they have an active kitten, right? So. Oh, they're going to go for the minus? Oh, I guess they can because this is also already a draw too. It doesn't. It's like. Oh, they're just going to go for minus minus. Okay. I feel like that's really good for me. Yeah, I'm really happy with that. If I were them, I would have just drawn like 20 cards instead. Here, I can actually like hit a Citadel off of this or something. Feels like we have outs now. I hit a Rona. And a Jacob. All right. Well. I think we just got out top decked in this game. My opponent has a lot of really, really bad cards they can draw, and they drew none of them. Like, their only hits in their deck are like Mightstone and Jewel. And they hit Mightstone Jewel. Like, they can hit any Moxen, any lands, really. Like, even Saga's not that bad, but they just hit better. Not much to say. We basically just dodged all of our blue and black power in that game. We really needed to find, like, Ancestral, Time Walk, Tinker, Mystical, anything that had power involved in it that wasn't a Mox. Though we went 2-3 and we beat both decks that weren't Jewel. So that's kind of nice. 2-3 with this deck, I think, is an acceptable outcome. Even with 6 forces and 2 null rods, we still could not beat Jewel in any of our 3 matches. Kind of scary, all things considered. That deck just seems to be extremely strong when I play against it and extremely weak when I play it. So I need to figure something out and figure out what's going on in that situation. Maybe I'm playing suboptimally. Maybe, don't know. But in terms of this deck, big shout out to Senpai who donated to see this deck played. It was pretty fun. We got to do some really cool and interesting things. I think if I had to make this deck again, I would add a little bit more spells in our deck. So like I'd probably trim some Moonmist, trim some Malevolent Hermit, and play like a repeal and just some like generic strong spells that we can use. Maybe I would have even played like another thing that I can cheat into play or something. But it's possible that this deck might want like the Sphinx in the main. That way you have more things you can cheat with Jacob and gives you an actual flying threat. I think if I can like discard, like maybe if I trade 2 Moonmists and a Hermit or something, or a Rona, and instead you played like a Dress Down, a Repeal, and a Sphinx, that might make the deck like a little bit more well-rounded. It doesn't really help with the problem that we lost to Jewel a million times. Like the only way you beat Jewel is like play better cards, mulligan, or have better hands, or like play more null rods, right? So don't miss more vintage action on this YouTube channel every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. And if you want to see your deck played, check out the Patreon link. I am accepting donation deck lists, and I am loosening the net a little bit on playability here to accompany for some more exciting brews. I'll see you then.